So as we know in the One Piece story, bounties are decided by the world government, or rather the Navy, based on how much of a threat they think you are. This could be based off your strength, this could be based off, what you know, your relationships with other people, or certain obscure things which are particular to every character in the One Piece story. But looking at the One Piece story, a character that I think Oda hates in the Straw Hats, or that even a lot of people in the fan base don't like or hate or don't care for, is Chopper. He is a character who has honestly been done badly. Honestly, he's been done terribly. Because when you look at everything that Chopper has done, we all know that it's obvious that his bounty should be higher. But on one hand, when you look at everything that's been done, Oda has always put Chopper in this particular position for his bounty not to be increased, or not to reflect his true kind of threat or his strength level. I don't know why, but it's true. Look at Enies Lobby, for example. In Enies Lobby, everything that Chopper did was when CP9 was around, right? So when CP9 was going on, that's when Chopper was, going Monster Point, fighting against them. And for people who watch the anime and have never read the manga and don't know about the manga, one thing that happens in the manga is that there are stuff called cover stories where Oda expands upon some certain things going on in the world, but for some reason the anime never really mentions these. So it's just a thing that happens. Don't really get why they don't animate it. But basically what happened after Enies Lobby is that CP9 was blamed for a lot of the stuff and they had to go into hiding. So when the Navy arrived, we know that Chopper was incapacitated. And so from the Navy's perception of Chopper, he was not a threat at all. It's incredible that Chopper even got a bounty in the first place, right? But they couldn't put it any higher because the people who actually knew that Chopper was a threat were CP9, and they were in hiding and being blamed for a lot of stuff. So Chopper's bounty couldn't go any higher than, 50 berries, which I don't get why you'd give someone a bounty of 50 berries. Like, you're basically trying to give somebody lunch for the day. But next, we have all these other arcs in which Chopper is there. Dressrosa, Chopper didn't really do anything. He left early with lots of other people. Whole Cake Island, he was never around Stussy and Morgan's, and he's not really known at that point, so he would never get any shine, even though he did stuff which are worthy of at least a little bit of shine. He never gets anything because Oda always puts him in these positions where just after or just before he does something incredible, that's when the people are there. And as soon as they turn around, Chopper does something amazing. So Chopper is always put in these positions where it's like, no, he should get a bounty, but the perception is not there. Like, they don't see it. They just don't see it, right? And on the other hand, you could look at this on a deeper level as to a bit of why he doesn't have a high bounty, but also why Chopper is a really weird and I think really hated pirate in general from Oda's perspective, because Oda is really big on pirates, When he was asked about, how people send packages, he mentioned that he doesn't want to see pirates getting along like that, sending each other gifts. He mentioned how, in Luffy's adventure becoming a pirate, his mother is not important. So he has this idea of how pirates should be, and he tries to apply it to all pirates except for Chopper. For some reason, except for him, everyone gets this nice perception, everyone gets this nice painting of how a pirate should be. Right? And an easy way to view this is in what would have happened, a kind of what if scenario, if the Straw Hats never, became the Straw Hat Pirates. So for Jinbei, I don't need to explain that he would have had a bounty, high threat, fisherman, everything. There's no need to explain that. Luffy, of course, again, maybe even if he was on his own, he'd still be a threat, just based off sheer power alone. Maybe he would have died, but, if not, he would have been a threat. Zoro, on the other hand, we know Zoro would have been a threat simply because if at some point he met some Navy captain who, just like Axe-Hand Morgan, again, I don't think Zoro would have gone through that whole, I'm gonna sit here for so long with no food. Once again, I'm pretty sure that Zoro would have one-shot that captain. Zoro would have easily gotten a bounty. Besides, he was planning to go to the Grand Line anyway, to find Mihawk at some point. Sanji, Baratier would have, obviously Baratier would have been well known. Sanji, one of the faces of Baratier, easily. Nami would have still been the cat burglar she is. She still would have, gotten a bounty as she has. Robin, no need to explain, she already had a bounty. Frankie, things could have gone very differently in, what's his name? Water 7. There could have been there could be a scenario where if the Straw Hats never arrived, Frankie maybe have, still destroyed the blueprints for Pluton. He still would have like run away to save everyone there, and if he ran away, then he would have gotten a bounty as Catty Flam or Frankie, depends, I don't know. But he still would have gotten a bounty, he still would have been a threat. He knows the plans for Pluton and all that. Somebody like Brooke, he's a walking skeleton, need I say more? Who else do we have? Apart from Usopp? Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, Usopp, I see Usopp's storyline going a bit of the same way that Yasopp's did, where it's Shanks who came to look for Yasopp because he was such a great sniper. I'm very sure at some point, Usopp, being the great sniper he is, probably, may not have gone on a big adventure, but may have had a few incidents where people know that there is a great sniper, another great sniper on the Gecko Islands, and somebody probably would have come for him or something like that. I can see his storyline going a similar way, and Usopp may have gotten a bounty later on. Chopper, on the other hand, had the Straw Hats not come along, I mean, maybe they would have defeated Wapol, maybe not, maybe it would have taken time, or maybe Chopper would have had to go Monster Point and defeat Wapol. Doesn't matter. Either way, Chopper would still be just a doctor, a regular doctor on Drum Island. Till this point, he would have been training. Maybe he would have gone somewhere to continue being a doctor, but he would not have been a pirate, would not have been a threat. And even as a doctor himself, Chopper does not want to harm people. Like, he doesn't want to. I mean, he does in fights, but he doesn't want to harm people. So Chopper by nature does not really live that pirate life. He only really lives because he's with the Straw Hats. And that's probably why Oda doesn't really give him a bounty, because his character in general is not that which is a threat at all. But I think that's really unfair, right? Based on everything that we've seen. And the reason why I bring up this video and why I think it's really interesting is because of what's going on right now, and what happened in the last chapter of One Piece, chapter 990, where we see Drake potentially, now starting to join the alliance, against Kaido, the Beast Pirates, Big Mom, and everyone there. And what that means for Chopper as well. Because the Navy may come, they may not come, that's still not certain. Although many people believe it to be true, it's still not certain, right? Because if the Navy did come, they'd have to bring serious firepower. They can't just send Smoker and Tashigi there and be like, it's fine. They have to send serious firepower if they want to come. And dealing with the warlords is not going to be that easy. So they may come, they may not come. I don't really mind for either side. But if they don't come, then the perception of everything that goes on in Wano country is going to be based off what Drake thinks. Because so far, he is the only person there that is affiliated with them. And so if Drake says that this happened or this person did this, they will get that bounty. And so that's why it's important that, right now, Chopper's bounty could go either way, since Drake is allying with the Straw Hat Pirates himself. And based on what he sees, because at the end of the day, it could be a situation where, as soon as Drake leaves and Drake maybe goes to fight Kaido as well, Chopper does something amazing and Drake doesn't see it, and Chopper's bounty only goes to 200 berries. But it could be something where, Drake has the opportunity to really view each of the Straw Hats as strong as they actually are, as strong as they are as a team, everything put together, and he could give, a more accurate description as to how strong or how threatening Chopper can really be. But that is merely potential, and I can see it going either way, right? Because if we go the route of Drake just has to be there to see Chopper and it'll be alright, then Chopper's bounty will go up. How high, I'm not sure. I'll save that for a video where I really talk about what I think about the Straw Hats bounties post Wano and give some estimates. Still working on that, but it could go really high, from where it is, really high. But on the other hand, we still could go with Chopper is this pirate that doesn't really live the pirate life, and he's not a threat. He's a cotton candy loving pet of the Straw Hats, and he doesn't really do much. He's just there for support, to be the fake commander of the Brachio tank, and to give everyone motivation. Really, that's the route we could go. And even though Drake is there, Chopper's perception will not improve in any respect, and his bounty might only be increased because he's with the Straw Hat Pirates. That's a route we could be going as well. And I only talk about the route where Marines don't come, because if Marines don't come, there is a higher likelihood that Chopper's bounty won't increase. Because of course, with more Marines, there's more eyes, there's more people everywhere, there's more people seeing everything that's going on. But anyway, guys, like, this is it for this video. What do you think? Like, do you think Chopper's bounty will ever increase? Do you think that Chopper has been done very terribly by Oda, more than Sanji, more than Robin, more than everyone else who everyone talks about has been done badly in the Straw Hat Pirates? Do you think Chopper is like has the worst perception, basically? I mean, let me know everything, comments down below, all that stuff, guys. But that's the end of this video. Please like the video if you like the video. I will not encourage you guys to dislike the video. You can keep on moving on to the next one. If you know someone who needs to hear the truth about how Chopper is really the most hated character in the Straw Hat Pirates and in the pirate world in the One Piece in general, please share this video with people. If you have time, please watch one more video. If not, thank you for watching this video thus far. This is King KZ, and I'll see you in the next one.